When it comes to your get home bag, it's all about personal preference. I mean, it is all about what you decide. I mean, there are a lot of experts out there that can give you a lot of guidance on some things that you might need, things that you just didn't think about. But when it really comes down to it, you're the one that's going to put this bag together. It has a lot to do with your style, has a lot to do with your budget, how much you want to carry. And so we're going to look at some different options of the type of bags. We've already gone through contents of a get home bag, just some of the things that I carry. We've also gone through quite a bit of philosophy on get home bag and why you should have one. But today we're going to look at the different styles, and this may help you to kind of fine tune your get home bag system. The get home bag is actually a miniature of a bug out bag. This is an old Alice pack. It has the external frame on it. It's made for really hard use. Of course, obviously had been used by the U.S. military for a long time. It is easy to carry and it can take loads. In fact, I've even got one of the shelves here on the bottom that's detachable. I can take this pack off and I can rest even ammo cans on here or water and be able to carry it. It comes off. But this is a very versatile bag. But one of the problems is it's just big. And I really, if I'm just going to have a short hike, I don't necessarily want to be carrying this. But if carrying this as your go bag or your get home bag is what you decide, you know, this makes an excellent bag. It's a little bit large, but it'll definitely get you home. Now this bag is more of a medium-sized bag, but they come in a lot of different sizes, and this would be a minimal for a bug out bag to me. I mean, I would really like to have something bigger for a bug out bag. For a get home bag, this to me may be a little bit too big, just for my preference. I mean, it may not be for you. Again, just like the Alice pack, large pack. There are much larger options, but this just kind of represents that standard backpack. Not really something that's a day pack. It's a little bit larger, probably a 2 to 3 night. But this is definitely something, just gets a little bit larger, guys, and that's one of the things. We're going to go down in size because I want to show you some of the options. This is actually from LA Police Gear, very budget friendly, but yet good quality. Now with a standard backpack, you know, you've got a lot of support. I mean, you have sternum straps, waist straps, you've got evenly distributed on your back. So we're able to carry this bag the most secure method. I mean, backpacks hands down would be the best for a long-term situation, you know, even if you're going just for a full day. Having a backpack resting on your shoulder, especially when you have a lot of gear. And the bigger and the more gear you have, to me, the more important it is to go with a backpack setup. But again, one of the things about this is dismounting. If you're in a situation where you need to get rid of this, you've got to undo it, you've got to pull out, you know, you've got to maybe release your waist strap. That is the really downside to this, but really everything else is up. Now this is one of my favorite bags out of all the bags I own. It's one of the Osprey Manta 30s. It's a 30-liter bag. It's really high quality. One thing I do like about this bag, particularly, besides just the way it looks, I mean, it's a great looking bag, but it's more of your gray man. There's not MOLLE attachments. I mean, it looks like somebody that's camping. So this is definitely something that you know, would be a good option. One thing too about this bag, it does have an internal frame, so it's going to be really easy to carry over long periods of time. It's going to be comfortable. It's got a ton of features on it, and it is really high quality. In fact, these are fairly expensive. So this may not be something that, you know, you want to look at as a budget bag, but definitely a high quality bag, and one of the best that I've got out here. Now here I have the Mantas, and the comfort level on this bag is excellent. I mean, these are made and engineered to be able to really go on some long extended hiking trips. It is the internal frame, so it's going to give you a lot of support. It doesn't put a lot of weight on your shoulders. There's a lot of it that's resting down here at my lower back, but not pressing against it. I mean, this is just a super comfortable bag, and it was designed that way. Again, it is fairly expensive. There's a lot of features to some of these bags. You know, if you get something that's a little more expensive, typically there are good quality features. And a lot of R&D, because guys that really use these bags on an everyday basis buy these type bags, and they depend on certain companies. Again, the downside is getting out of this thing if you need to in a hurry. or if you need to get to your gear in a hurry, you know, those kind of things. But again, backpack is one of the best options. And speaking of Gray Man, of course, not just the color, but this is the new Maxpedition Entity bag. It's kind of gone away from a lot of their traditional bags with all the MOLLE attachments, and this is really for urban. I mean, this is a bag that would be nondescript. It's super high quality. I mean, it has magnets here. In fact, I'm getting ready to do a review on this bag. These are brand new from Maxpedition. So if you're looking for something that's a good small pack, I mean, to me, this is the perfect size for a get-home bag for me. And I like the size. It's not too big. It's handy. It's easy to carry around. And that's one of the things that I like, is being able just to kind of sit it away, but it's not something large in my vehicle. Here we have the Maxpedition Entity. You can see it's just got that Gray Man look to it. It's a comfortable bag to wear. Not as much as the internal frame Mantis, but definitely a nice, very quality bag. I mean, these are well designed and engineered as well. But a lot of features. You can move your straps around, and that makes it nice. But Gray Man, this would be one of the top picks. Next we have the Direct Action Dust. This is my current get-home bag. I keep this in my vehicle. In fact, the review that I did with all the contents was using this bag. These are super high quality bags. Of course, this is the peacock camouflage pattern, which is very unique, but it does come in just standard colors as well. While in this form it looks very tactical, but it does have kind of a subdued webbing for the MOLLE attachments. And if you got this in a different color, it would really kind of bring it down to more of a Gray Man look, I think. While this is a great bag, and it is a full backpack, and that's what I've been showing all together here is just backpacks. So to me, that makes it really comfortable to be able to carry. But I like the size. It's not too large. It's just that smaller backpack, yet not too small for the items that I choose. Now the Direct Action Dust is my current EDC. This is filled. I mean, this is my get-home bag at this time. And you can see the way it fits. I mean, it's loaded down, still comfortable. You know, after a couple of days, you know, it won't be as comfortable as the Mantis or the Osprey, but definitely good and solid. It's a good quality bag. So I just want to kind of give you an idea of a packed out bag, because most of these bags that I'm showing are fairly packed out, but not like this one. So good choice. And of course, these are adjustable, and you know, you want to get enough adjustment and enough to keep the support so it just doesn't hang on your back. And this rides a lot of that up here toward my shoulders. Again, getting out of a bag like this can be a little bit of a chore, especially when it's full. Now we're going to look at a couple of sling packs. This is the Maxpedition Malaga. It is a nice EDC bag to me, but yet I can throw this in my truck and it still has plenty of room to fill up. Very comfortable to grab. The one thing about it, it is a sling pack, so this will just rest across your chest. You can just put it on your shoulder and carry it one way. It is switchable. You can switch the bottom from either side. And this also has a waist strap. So this is an excellent bag, concealed carry. Maxpedition again makes really high quality bags, and they're the ones that first came out with these Gear Slinger bags. They make a number of different styles of these, and there's a number of different type companies that are out there. But the one big thing about this bag is that it's very easy to be maneuverable. And to me, that is the big thing over even a backpack. You're going to dismount a backpack, it takes some effort. With this, it makes it real simple. In fact, you can actually just undo the buckle right here and release it. So while this is a little more difficult to carry over long periods of time, and if you're going to run, you want to definitely put your waist strap on, lock it down, and you can switch this from side to side if you need to. It's one of the things about this particular bag, it's set in the center, so it's not just dedicated to right or left. And some of the Maxpedition bags are like that, and some of the other companies that make bags. Now, the Maxpedition is a little pricey, which the quality is worth it. But there are some cheaper options out there if you're looking for budget bags. A lot of companies have picked up on the Gear Slinger type bag. Gear Slinger and the Malaga. Here you can see it's going to give a lot of rest right on this shoulder. So definitely something to consider. for long term. Now, this bag is pretty mobile. I mean, you know, I can go with it. If I put the waist strap on here, it's really secure. The great thing is though, is again, I can switch these out and go from the other side if I want to, you know, if I get tired of carrying it this way, I can just switch it over, and then it gives me, you know, switching it out to either shoulder, kind of evens it out a little bit. One of the big advantages though of a gear slinger is that I can bring it around just like this. I can get to my contents without taking the bag off. That is, to me, the biggest advantage of a gear slinger pack. It makes it really mobile, really handy. I can go to a situation, let's say it's a medical situation, and I've got a trauma kit in here. I can pull this around, open it up, reach right down, get to the person and help them. Or for whatever thing. Or if I just need to get something quick. Maybe I need a pair of binoculars real quick. I can just zip, instead of dismounting, taking it off. So that is a huge advantage and something to think about. A lot of people diss the gear slinger because they say, well, it's just not comfortable overall. But it is very versatile. And in situations that, not even for getting home, you can use this very effectively. And then when you want to dismount it, buckle and it's off. That's sweet. Now here we have one of my original favorite EDC bags. This is the Fat Boy. It is a smaller bag. There is the Jumbo, which is actually more popular. It's a little bit larger, and for me, if I was going to go with this as my get home bag, I would go with the Jumbo. But it's a great little bag. I mean, even this, there's a lot of stuff you can do on here and put things on the outside that makes it nice. And of course you can have a concealed carry. Again, it is the Gear Slinger series, so the sling just goes around your chest, and then there's a waist strap, and I have it tucked inside here that I can use if I need to. Over a long period of time, this could wear on your shoulder. You can switch it, but this is actually made for the right hand. So that's one of the things about these type bags. But to me, this is a perfect EDC bag. But if you decide that you just want to go with minimal gear for your get home bag, I mean, this is definitely a good option. The other thing about these sling packs is they go right over your shoulder. You know, you can mount it easy, just throw it on. Of course, with the buckle, you can take it off, or, you know, just pull it off this way and you're ready to go. But again, the big, huge advantage of the gear slingers, bring it around, get to your contents, push it back out of the way, you're ready to go. Next we have like a messenger bag, and these are just shoulder bags. They fit across one shoulder. You can go across your body if you want. You can switch these from side to side, and they even have a belt loop or a belt waist strap to be able to go around your waist. There's a lot of options. This is actually a very inexpensive bag. I just picked it up off eBay, just fiddling around. I like the way it looked. But these are very budget friendly. There's a lot of features to it. And I don't even know the name brand of this bag. But it's just one of the least expensive bags out there. It's probably about $15. But one of the things, guys, if you're really going to depend on something for a long-term situation, buy the best bag that you can afford. I mean, if this is all you can afford, this is great. I mean, this, again, you have the mindset, you have some gear in here, and there's some different carry modes. If you really had to, you've got your strap here, and again, you have your shoulder strap to be able, and it is padded, so it does give you some features. But these bags are great. In fact, for Fowl, that wrote the Modern Survival Guide to the Coming Economic Collapse, and really did the events, kind of documented the events down in Argentina when they had their economic collapse. And the messenger bag was what he carried. So that is something to consider. Also, you know, in an urban situation, this would be more gray man, and you know, just go across your chest and just head out. So excellent bag system, but again, just a different way to carry. Now when it comes to a messenger bag, throw it on my shoulder, just hangs down. It's really easy to take on and off. That is really probably the biggest advantage of one of these type packs. It is a very gray man kind of look to it. You know, you could get it in different colors. Then if I need to, I can throw it over my shoulder, and you know, I've got it right here. And then with the waist straps, then I can really get serious. I can buckle this in, switch it from side to side. Again, if I want to get rid of it, I can either pull it off my shoulder, or with the Fastex buckles, just dismount it very easily. Another advantage, just like the sling packs, is I can bring it right here in front of me, get into it, close it back up, move it over. Now if I'm in a big hurry or I need to run, I can take my waist strap, attach it, and it'll give it some security. It is a little bulky on the side. I'd need to probably pull it back some. So really, as far as being active, this would probably be the most difficult in some ways, but when I'm stationary, this would be the easiest. So, you know, guys, again, it's personal preference. It's what you like, what you feel comfortable with, just what trips your trigger when it comes down to it. Because when you're putting together one of these bags, you're putting gear in here that's going to give you an advantage. You may not have everything you need. In fact, I can tell you right now, you'll never have everything you need. But it'll definitely give you a leg up on having nothing and being ill prepared. Now they have some of the smaller options like this bag, and this is a Maxpedition as well. It's the active shooter bag. It has just kind of open pockets. It is just a shoulder bag, so it's not really a messenger bag, more of a shoulder bag, but definitely in the same mode of carry. It does have a strap that you can go around your waist, which, guys, that is important because, again, if you're running, having that across your waist is going to give you more support with your bag. It's going to keep it in place. One thing I use this bag for actually is for my CZ Evo 3 mags. I put them all in here and I have one place for it. But you know, you can put extra gear on the outside if you want to. And there are a number of different styles and companies that make bags similar to this that are fairly inexpensive if you're on a budget. And I'd highly recommend LA Police Gear. I mean, they have some good quality bags and they're very reasonable. But as far as good quality, the Maxpedition is one of the top. Then of course, with the smaller size, same thing applies. There's just not as much gear that you're going to be able to put in here. But you know, again, you can put it over your shoulder. It does come with a waist strap. Some of them do, some of them don't. But that's one thing to kind of check. I would definitely want to have the waist strap option if I had this bag. One thing about this one in particular is there's no handle at the top. I like having that grab handle because it just makes it easy. If for some reason I don't want to carry it that way, I've got to either carry it like this or whatever. One thing though about a sling pack like this is it can be used as a defensive weapon if you want to swing this thing around. Just an added bonus. Really, the key element to your get home bag is mindset. You know, you've put together some things. The get home bag gives you some confidence and it gives you some tools to be able to get ahead. You know, you may be missing some things in this bag, but at least you have quite a bit of tools already ready at your disposal. And guys, if you're serious about prepping, check out Survival Dispatch Insider. It's a place that I upload one exclusive video a week about survival and different themes. There are so many different contributors on there that are some of the top experts in the world on prepping and survival. And so check it out. I'll have a link down below in the description. And we have more information about these bags and others. And I think it is one of the best sources on the web. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. This is my go bag. It's in my vehicle right now. And this is one of the when it comes to a messenger, another thing that's similar to the gear slinger or the gear packs or the sling packs is I can just go right here. Another thing that kind of with the gear, now if I'm in a hurry and I need to, now guys, now this is my current, now the direct shot, and it gives me a little more